You are about to spend $80,000 on a truck that will bankrupt you.
Most buyers walk into dealerships believing cutting-edge technology and premium features equal the perfect vehicle. Dead wrong. The most advanced trucks ever built are ticking time bombs. Engineering masterpieces that look spectacular under showroom lights, but transform into financial disasters the second you sign the papers.
This just in, the automotive dream is cracking under its own weight. Trucks once hailed as symbols of power and innovation are now bankrupting their owners.
This video exposes the 15 most over-engineered trucks in history, ranked from worst to best based on real owner nightmares and cold engineering facts. And I'm warning you, some of these will blow your mind. Picture this: suspension repairs costing more than brand new Honda Civics, engines so complicated that regular mechanics refuse to touch them, forcing you to pay specialist rates just for basic oil changes. These aren't just expensive trucks, they're monuments to engineering arrogance that will drain every dollar from your wallet while testing every ounce of your sanity. But here's where it gets wild. The #1 truck on this list was so brilliantly overbuilt that 75-year-old examples are still hauling loads today, while trucks built last decade are rotting in scrapyards. Watch until the end because this isn't entertainment. It's your financial survival guide. Miss this and you could become another cautionary tale, stuck with a stunning truck that costs a fortune every time you turn the key. Let's dive in before you make a catastrophic mistake. Number 15. Chevrolet Avalanche, 2002 to 2013. The Chevrolet Avalanche launches this countdown by addressing a non-existent problem. GM engineers examined traditional pickup trucks and decided complexity was lacking. Their solution? The midgate system. This transcended simple folding rear seats. The Avalanche incorporated a removable rear window with a fold-down panel extending the cargo bed directly into the passenger compartment. Your crew cab suddenly converted into a long bed. This engineering required reinforced structural supports, specialized sealing mechanisms, and completely redesigned interior components. Built on the suburban platform, the Avalanche carried luxury features most pickup buyers never requested: cargo bed air conditioning vents, integrated tie-down systems, and body cladding requiring special removal tools. The vehicle exceeded 5,500 pounds empty, heavier than numerous full-size SUVs. Consumer feedback revealed complexity-induced problems. Midgate seals failed regularly, causing water leaks and wind noise. Owners reported 14 to 16 miles per gallon fuel economy, poor even by early 2000s truck standards. Despite Cars.com's 4.3 out of 5 versatility rating, the Avalanche's over-engineered solutions couldn't justify its market existence when simpler alternatives prevailed. Number 14. Honda Ridgeline, 2006 to present. Honda engineers approached pickup truck design like luxury sedan creation. Instead of body-on-frame construction universally used by truck manufacturers, they selected unibody design. This created a vehicle riding like cars but appearing like trucks, confusing buyers expecting traditional truck capabilities. The Ridgeline's over-engineering extended to boundary-pushing features. The dual-action tailgate opened downward traditionally or swung outward like doors. The in-bed trunk, carved from the floor, provided lockable storage competitors couldn't match. These innovations required extensive structural engineering and waterproofing systems. Advanced safety systems typically found in luxury vehicles came standard. Vehicle stability assist, traction control, and multiple airbags protected occupants beyond traditional truck buyer demands. The sophisticated suspension prioritized ride quality over payload capacity, limiting towing to 5,000 pounds as when competitors easily handled 7,000 or more. Current J.D. Power ratings award the 2023 Ridgeline 85 out of 100 for reliability, validating Honda's engineering. However, this over-engineered approach appeals primarily to comfort and innovation seekers rather than traditional truck capability buyers. The Ridgeline succeeds as an over-engineered solution to problems most truck buyers don't experience. Number 13. International CXT, 2004 to 2008. International Harvester examined the pickup market and concluded it required a vehicle based on medium-duty commercial chassis. The result was the CXT, Commercial Extreme Truck, the largest production pickup ever manufactured. This transcended simple scaling. The CXT utilized the International 7300 commercial chassis, complete with air brakes, pneumatic systems, and commercial-grade electrical components. The 7.6-liter inline-six diesel engine produced 220 horsepower and 540 pound-feet of torque, numbers seeming modest until considering the massive weight requiring movement. Engineering complexity extended beyond powertrains. Air-assisted steering, commercial-grade suspension components, and brake systems designed for delivery trucks created maintenance requirements, challenging even experienced mechanics. Dual rear wheels and 1-ton payload capacity required specialized mounting hardware and reinforced bed construction. Owners appreciated the 20,000-pound towing capacity but struggled with 7 to 10 miles per gallon fuel economy. Motor Trend noted repair costs rivaling commercial vehicles, with parts availability becoming problematic after production ceased. Priced over $100,000, the CXT represented ultimate over-engineering for the small buyer percentage actually needing such capability. If you're enjoying this automotive over-engineering exploration, subscribe for more content examining vehicle design extremes. Number 12. Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. 2013 to 2015, Mercedes engineers took their extreme G-Wagon and decided it required 2 additional wheels. The G63 AMG 6x6 represented over-engineering at maximum absurdity, creating a 6-wheeled luxury off-road vehicle defying classification. A 5.5-liter twin-turbocharged V8 produced 536 horsepower, feeding power through specialized transfer cases to all 6 wheels. Portal axles borrowed from commercial and military vehicles provided 18 inches of ground clearance while maintaining low centers of gravity. Engineering required to synchronize 6-wheel drive with luxury refinement pushed Mercedes's technical capabilities to limits. Interiors featured hand-stitched leather, premium audio systems, and climate control maintaining comfort while conquering desert terrain. Specialized tire pressure monitoring systems tracked all 6 wheels independently, while electronic stability control calculated traction for 6 contact patches instead of 4. Limited to 100 units worldwide, the 6x6 carried price tags exceeding $500,000. Owners praised off-road capability but discovered maintenance costs reflecting bespoke engineering. Every component, brake pads to suspension bushings, required specialized parts and knowledge few service centers possessed. Number 11. Hummer H1 1992 to 2006. When AM General created a civilian HM MVV version, they produced the ultimate over-engineered civilian truck. The H1 brought military-grade engineering to suburban driveways with capabilities exceeding anything civilian users would encounter. Portal axles, differential locks, and central tire inflation systems allowed the H1 to traverse terrain, stopping conventional trucks. The 6.5-liter V8 diesel engine prioritized reliability over power, producing modest horsepower while delivering military-grade durability. Waterproofing systems enabled 30-inch water fording, deeper than most civilian drivers would attempt. Over-engineering created civilian use challenges. Interior space suffered due to wide stance and drivetrain components intruding into cabins. The 10 miles per gallon fuel economy and cramped seating positions noted by Consumer Reports made daily driving uncomfortable. Maintenance required specialized knowledge and military specification parts civilian mechanics often couldn't source. Priced over $100,000, the H1 attracted buyers seeking ultimate capability rather than practical transportation. Its 4.4 out of 5 off-road capability rating from Consumer Reports confirmed engineering excellence, but civilian users rarely utilized even fractions of design capability. Number 10. Tesla Cybertruck 2023 to present. Elon Musk's engineers discarded every conventional truck design principle and started fresh. The Cybertruck's exoskeleton construction uses 30x cold-rolled stainless steel, creating bodies functioning as both structure and skin. This approach eliminated traditional frame construction, but required entirely new manufacturing processes. The tri-motor setup produces 845 horsepower and 685 pound-feet of torque, numbers exceeding most sports cars. Steer-by-wire technology eliminates mechanical connections between steering wheels and front wheels, relying entirely on electronic systems. Adaptive air suspension adjusts ride height and stiffness based on terrain and driving conditions. Advanced features include bulletproof glass, armor-grade materials, and integrated solar charging capability. The truck's computer systems process more data per second than early space shuttles, managing everything from battery thermal management to autonomous driving capabilities. Early owners rate the Cybertruck 4.5 out of 5 for performance, but build quality issues including panel gaps and software glitches reveal radical over-engineering challenges. Reliability data remains limited as of June 2025, but the Cybertruck represents the most dramatic truck design reimagining in decades. Number 9. GMC Hummer EV, 2022 to present. General Motors resurrected the Hummer name with electric over-engineering defying conventional wisdom. The Hummer EV packs up to 1,000 horsepower from tri-motor electric drivetrains, making it more powerful than most supercars while weighing over 9,000 pounds. Crabwalk technology allows diagonal movement by turning all 4 wheels independently, a feature requiring completely redesigned steering and suspension systems. Adaptive air suspension provides up to 15.9 inches of ground clearance while maintaining on-road stability. Ultra-hard stainless steel body panels resist dents and scratches damaging conventional trucks. Advanced features include removable roof panels, underwater driving capability, and regenerative braking, adding significant range during descents. Sophisticated battery management systems monitor thousands of individual cells while maintaining optimal temperatures for performance and longevity. Early owners rating the vehicle 4.5 out of 5 on electric platforms praise performance capabilities but report panel gaps and software glitches. Maintenance costs remain high due to proprietary parts and specialized service requirements. Priced between $80,000 and $100,000, the Hummer EV represents electric over-engineering at maximum ambition. Number 8. Ram 1500 TRX, 2021 to present. Stellantis engineers took the Ford Raptor competition personally. Their response was the TRX, powered by a 6.2-liter supercharged Hellcat V8, producing 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. This transcended simple upgrades. It required completely redesigning chassis, suspension, and drivetrains. Bilstein adaptive dampers with remote reservoirs provide 13 inches of wheel travel, allowing high-speed desert running, destroying conventional trucks. Brembo brakes borrowed from high-performance cars manage enormous kinetic energy generated by supercharged engines. Sophisticated traction management systems coordinate power delivery across all 4 wheels while managing supercharger-generated heat. Launch control borrowed from Dodge. Drag racing programs optimizes standstill acceleration. Active exhaust systems provide sound management, satisfying performance enthusiasts while meeting noise regulations. Specialized cooling systems manage engine, transmission, and differential temperatures during extreme use. Owners praise TRX power and off-road capability, but struggle with 10 to 12 miles per gallon fuel economy. High purchase prices exceeding $70,000 and maintenance costs reflect complexity integrating supercar performance with truck utility. Production ended in 2024, making the TRX a limited-run extreme over-engineering example. Number 7. Ford F-150 Raptor, 2010 to present. Ford's SVT division created the Raptor to dominate high-speed off-road racing, bringing professional-grade capabilities to showroom floors. First-generation Raptors featured Fox Racing shocks with remote reservoirs, providing 11.2 inches of front-wheel travel and sophisticated damping control. Current third-generation Raptors push over-engineering further with 13 inches of front suspension travel and 37-inch tires from factories. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 produces 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque, managed by 10-speed automatic transmissions specifically calibrated for off-road performance. Terrain management systems provide drive modes optimized for sand, rock, mud, and high-speed desert running. Sophisticated traction control systems allow controlled wheel slip while preventing drivetrain component damage. Advanced cooling systems manage heat generated during sustained high-performance use. Owners rate the Raptor 4.8 out of 5 for performance, confirming Ford's engineering success. However, fuel economy ranges from 11 to 14 miles per gallon, and maintenance costs for specialized suspension components exceed conventional F-150 models. The Raptor redefined performance trucks and forced competitors to respond with their own over-engineered solutions. Number 6. Toyota Tundra, 2000 to present. Toyota approached the American pickup market like building trucks for apocalypse survival. Tundra over-engineering focused on durability rather than performance, with $1.2 billion investments in American manufacturing facilities dedicated to building trucks, outlasting competition. Robust frame construction uses high-strength steel in critical areas, creating foundations designed for extreme longevity. Engine options, including the current 5.7-liter V8, producing 381 horsepower, prioritize reliability over peak performance numbers. Every component from alternators to water pumps receives over-engineered specifications exceeding typical automotive standards. Quality control processes borrowed from Toyota's luxury Lexus division ensure consistent manufacturing standards. The Tundra regularly appears in studies of vehicles lasting over 250,000 miles, with many examples exceeding 300,000 miles with proper maintenance. Current J.D. Power ratings award the 2023 Tundra 84 out of 100 for reliability, validating Toyota's over-engineered approach. However, this durability focus creates fuel economy penalties, with most configurations achieving 13 to 17 miles per gallon. The Tundra proves that over-engineering for longevity can create value even when compromising other performance aspects. Number 5. Dodge Ram SRT10, 2004 to 2006. Chrysler engineers made an insane decision. Install the Viper's 8.3-liter V10 engine in pickup trucks. The Ram SRT10 produced 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque, numbers completely excessive for any practical truck application. Engineering challenges were immense. The massive V10 required redesigned engine mounts, upgraded cooling systems, and reinforced transmission components. Lowered suspension and 22-inch wheels prioritized performance over utility, creating trucks achieving 154.6 miles per hour while sacrificing payload capacity. Performance numbers impressed enthusiasts: 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds and quarter-mile times competing with sports cars. However, engineering compromises created practical problems. Bed space suffered due to lower suspension, and fuel economy dropped to 9 miles per gallon. Car and driver noted high maintenance costs due to specialized components required to manage Viper engine power output. Only 10,046 units were produced, making the SRT10 a collector's item representing the extreme end of performance truck over-engineering. Number 4. Ford F-150S VT, Lightning, 1993 to 1995, 1999 to 2004. Ford's special vehicle team created the Lightning to prove pickup trucks could be legitimate performance vehicles. First-generation models featured 5.8-liter V8s, producing 240 horsepower, while second-generation models used supercharged 5.4-liter V8s, generating up to 380 horsepower. Over-engineering extended beyond powertrains. Lowered suspension, performance tires, and upgraded brakes transformed F-150s into dragstrip weapons. Supercharged second-generation models achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration under 6 seconds, performance competing with contemporary sports cars. Specialized tuning for engine management systems optimized power delivery for straight-line acceleration. 4-speed automatic transmissions received calibrations specifically for performance applications, sacrificing some daily driving refinement for track capability. Cars.com rated the Lightning 4.7 out of 5 for reliability, proving Ford's performance engineering could maintain durability. However, fuel economy suffered dramatically, achieving only 9 to 12 miles per gallon. Maintenance costs exceeded standard F-150 models due to specialized performance components. Production totaled only 39,687 units across both generations, making genuine Lightning trucks increasingly valuable among collectors. Number 3. Chevrolet CK454SS, 1990 to 1993. General Motors created the 454 SS to compete directly with Ford's performance truck efforts. The massive 7.4-liter V8 engine produced 230 horsepower initially, increased to 255 horsepower in 1991. This represented serious over-engineering for pickup trucks, prioritizing performance over any practical application. The 454 SS featured sport suspension components, lowered ride height, and performance-oriented gearing, transforming traditional CK platforms. Engineering required extensive modifications handling big block engine power and torque output. Specialized cooling systems, upgraded transmission components, and reinforced drivetrain parts were necessary to manage increased performance. Over-engineered approaches created trucks that could accelerate quickly but suffered in practical applications. Fuel economy dropped to 8 to 10 miles per gallon, making the 454 SS expensive to operate. Performance-oriented suspension compromised ride quality and payload capacity compared to standard CK models. J.D. Power ratings around 4.5 out of 5 for performance confirmed engineering success, but total production of only 16,953 units revealed limited market appeal. The 454 SS represented early experiments in performance truck over-engineering that would influence later developments like the Lightning and SRT-10. Number 2. International Harvester Travelette, 1957 to 1975. International Harvester engineers solved a problem that didn't exist yet: how to seat 6 people in pickup trucks. The Travelette became the first factory-produced crew cab pickup, requiring extensive over-engineering to create space for additional passengers while maintaining truck capability. Based on Travelall wagon platforms, the Travelette featured lower-mounted cab designs, providing car-like ride quality. This required completely redesigned frame components, specialized mounting systems, and engineering solutions for structural integrity. V8 engines ranging from 266 to 392 cubic inches provided power appropriate for increased weight and complexity. Over-engineering challenges were significant. Creating adequate passenger space while maintaining bed utility required careful balance of proportions and structural engineering. 4-door configurations needed additional reinforcement, maintaining torsional rigidity, especially in off-road applications. Oracle reviews highlighted the Travelette's innovative design, but owners note maintenance costs due to specialized parts availability. Production ended in 1975 when International withdrew from light-duty truck manufacturing, making surviving examples valuable collector vehicles. The Travelette's over-engineered solution to passenger capacity influenced every modern crew cab truck design. Number 1. Dodge Power Wagon, 1946 to 1968. The ultimate over-engineered truck wasn't trying to be fast or luxurious. It was built to survive anything. Derived directly from Dodge's military WC series vehicles, the Power Wagon brought wartime engineering standards to civilian applications where such capability was completely unnecessary. Military-grade components throughout drivetrains created durability exceeding civilian requirements by enormous margins. The 3.8-liter or 4.1-liter inline-6 engines prioritized reliability over performance, while heavy-duty axles and transfer cases handled loads civilian users would never approach. The gross vehicle weight rating of 8,700 pounds reflected serious over-engineering for civilian applications. This transcended simple component upgrades. Dodge engineered the Power Wagon from the ground up for extreme conditions. Waterproofing systems, heavy-duty electrical components, and specialized cooling systems created capability civilian users couldn't fully utilize. 4-wheel drive systems provided traction in conditions stopping conventional vehicles. Over-engineering created legendary durability. Many Power Wagons remain operational after 75 years, testament to military specification engineering standards applied to civilian manufacturing. However, this capability came with penalties in fuel economy, ride quality, and maintenance complexity that challenged civilian owners. Collectors highly value surviving Power Wagons for their historical significance and proven durability. Parts availability remains challenging due to vehicle age, but dedicated enthusiast communities maintain technical knowledge and reproduction components. The Power Wagon represents pure over-engineering, building far beyond requirements because engineering standards demanded excellence.